Hey everybody, Starcraft 2 Noob, Fallout, back at you. So this is match 4 of my practice league experience, and the inevitable has happened. I'm sure some of you have been waiting for it. This is the part where I lose. So here we go right now. I'm just building up here. Now, I'm not going to show you so much of my opponent who's up here, the blue Protoss, because in this match, I had a little bit of a surprise when I first found my way up here that really threw me. But I'll let you be surprised by that as well. So we'll just focus kind of on me for now. Not a whole lot going on. Just building out. Here we go. Up to 8 SCVs, and number 9 over here putting up the supply depot. Once again, hitting the corners, trying to get a good visual. I probably don't have to worry too much about doing this in a, practice mode, or at least against Protoss. They don't really have any flying units that are going to be scouting me so early. But I guess it's not a bad idea to have up at some point. For some reason, I'm expanding right away into 2 supply depots. Excuse me. Which, kind of a bad idea. Not really necessary. Once again, I'm avoiding doing the wall-in for obvious reasons. Practice League, you got your blocks here. Once again, Steppes of War. Love this map in Practice League, that's for sure. I think I get it almost every time. But anyway, here we are. Let's take a look at where we stand right now. Workers are kind of balanced. I'm not sure if he's doing much. I'll check up here. We can show up here. Yeah, he's got a bunch of probes queued up, so he's on his way. He's definitely outworking me right now. I got a couple queued up, so it's a pretty even match right now, I think. Got that first barracks going up. Second barracks is queued for when that one's done. Alright. So now I got my second barracks in production. And so far no idle SCVs, so we're looking good. Here, let's get rid of that. Got my Marines queued up. Again, this is a match. It's fairly old. It's been a little while since I've done it. I'm queuing stuff up, which I shouldn't be doing. No queuing. But now I kind of stop on production, and I'm putting up another supply depot. I'm only 14 units into a 27 food cap right now, so it's kind of silly that I'm already expanding into another supply depot. I have broken that habit, and I tend to expand when appropriate now. At least, I'm getting better at it. Now I'm getting a little late. Now if you can see on the mini-map, there's a few blue dots going up down here. Now the reason I don't want to show you that is because I want you to see what I saw when I started moving out. But we'll just focus on me for a while, and we can look up here and see what's going on. So here we go. He's got a forge going. Pylons up. He's still churning out probes. Let's take a look at the supply count. He's got much better control over pumping out his drones at this point than I do. I do get better at it, but clearly he knows what's going on. He hasn't expanded at this point, but he hasn't built any army whatsoever. But there's a reason for that. So let's head back down to me here. So I'm still pumping out some Marines. Now I got a reactor going up right now, actually. Got my tech lab researching concussive shells. So you can see here I am churning away, trying to get out as many units as I can. Marines are on their way. Not putting out any more SCVs like a dummy. I have turned into orbital command. I do have my mules called down. Lots of blue dots here. But still, no army. He has 0 army. So what is he doing? Let's take another look up here. Put up another pylon. And finally a gateway. So now he's starting to do some work here. Here goes another pylon. So he's spreading out pretty nicely. I'm still working here. So I'm still building up. This is going to be a little while as I just kind of get my forces together. Again, I put a hold on unit production. So worker count is definitely at a disadvantage. But he's still going. He's got the chrono boost on that, so he's churning out workers really quick. Big mistake on my part that I have gotten better at. Again, like I said, got to start training more SCVs. But anyway, here's my army. We're still looking pretty good. I have an army. He does not. If you look back at his base, Got a gateway up. Still just got the probes. Not doing a lot of construction right now. Here we go. Now he's throwing out a cybernetics core. So that'll help benefit the army that he is not making. Gateway. Just sitting there. I'm still building up. Pretty soon I'm going to start pushing these guys out to start working on my destructible rocks here. Just so I can start my push. I'm not sure why I haven't started already. Normally at this point... actually, I'm holding off a bit because I don't want to push out yet. So I want to make sure I have a good force before I make it any easier on him if he's pushing out. Now, I don't know what he's doing at this point, so I'm looking up here. Another pylon going up. You know, I haven't scouted him out yet. I haven't dropped a scan or anything. I'm just pulling down mules. I'm getting resources. Just building. I'm playing the red Protoss right now. And I'm staying pretty good on my resources here. Not getting too high. Queuing up a lot of Marines and a lot of Marauders, though. Researching Stim Pack. Got my cuts of shells researched. So I'm feeling pretty good. Still have no idea what I'm to expect at this point. But as you can see, here we go. Now he's putting up 2 Stargates. So he's thinking air. Now for me, I am still just working away here, still just building up my army. I am at this point supply locked, so I need to start expanding. Here I go, yeah, so got my SCV out here, he's building up. I had him queue up these 3, because I've pretty much got a good visual on my base. And here we go, he's expanded. There's his second Nexus going down. So he's got this one going. He's still working away here. There's some other stuff. That Stargate's complete. So everything's still going. Here we go. Cleared off the rocks, and I'm moving out. I'm feeling pretty good. I got pretty decent sized army. Here is what I'm gonna see. I think I just ruined it a little bit for you, but we're gonna... Here we go. Look at that. He's got 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 photon cannons up here. So that's what I had to deal with. Now, what I should have done at this point was probably head back and start working on some siege tanks to try and clear out that. Instead, I try to push in to burn down these siege tanks, but this is just insane. So he's got one pylon there and all these photon cannons. So I'm pulling back here, building up again, not doing what I should be doing, and expanding into siege tanks, getting some mech units up so I can counter that. He, however, is putting together these void rays. So these are going to prove to be a problem. Back over here, he's still working his expand. He's queuing up a lot of probes going there. No more probes coming out of the main. But if we take a look, worker supply 37 to 14. Really poor play on my part. I do have a massive army, but that army ain't going to do me any good when he's got friggin' all these photon cannons. Now see, if I could break that, it's not too bad in the base, because he doesn't have a lot of ground forces. So you figure, if I could get past that, here he goes throwing up a bunch of pylons, if I could get past this, I'd probably be able to put force, easily take out the secondary, and clear out the natural. Or it's not even as natural, it's expansion, whatever. It's semi-natural, on this map at least. But he's still got void rays going. Here they go. He's got a big void ray army. I'm just building up here. Again, bad play on my part. Now, I'm throwing up some other stuff. Unfortunately, I'm throwing up a ghost factory. Dumb move on my part, because Ghost Academy is really not going to do me that well against a whole bunch of detectors here. I'm not sure what I think I'm going to be able to do. But, in any event, here we go. Still churning some out. Oh, I did finally put a factory up. Now I'm rolling out with the siege tanks. So, it's really kind of a waste of resources to do this at this point. I don't really need ghosts, and they're kind of not necessary for the type of army I'm doing. But here we go. Siege tanks going, so I'm waiting till these siege tanks come in. I should be throwing up a spaceport, getting some medevacs out there, kind of help patch up my army, keep them alive. That would be a good move. But here I go. I throw it on the scan to see if he's built up any more. He has not. This is kind of where he's going to sit for now with all these. So again, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 photon cannons there. There's his void rays. He's got 9 of those. There's number 10. So 10 void rays up right now. That's really his focus, is the air. This will end very soon. When he decides to finally push out with these void rays, this is going to end very badly for me. I have these siege tanks rolling out, but I only did 2. I don't even think I queued up anymore. Yeah, I didn't even start anymore. 2 siege tanks. It's a decent start, but I don't even think I researched siege tech. Oh no, I did. Okay, so at least I did that right. I did research siege tech, but at this point, he pushes out at the same time. I try to answer back, take out some of these guys, but he successfully distracts me long enough to move in, and here he goes. He's coming all the way down. He's going to move in and just start tearing me apart. I am trying to pull my army back to help. Here we go. Now he's just going nuts. There we go, taking everything out. This does not last much longer. But yeah, again, really poor play on my part. I've just kind of have nothing I can do here. He's pulling apart my Marines. Really bad micro too, but there's not a hell of a lot I can do here. So this is pretty much it for me. Now, I don't know how often Protoss does this. Again, this was only my second ever Protoss match. I left it right there. This is a little bit over the top. But, you know, it works. I guess. You know, if you're gonna build that many cannons, it works. He was in really good shape most of this match. He did a smart move in going airborne. It's a little unnatural, and because, you know, again, only my second game ever, I don't really think, or my fourth game ever online, I don't really think I was expecting it, but that's it. So 3-1 at this point, but that's okay, you know, you win some, you lose some. Still got a couple more games that I've already played to show y'all, so those will be coming soon, including the first game after my first training session with Hipster, which I'm really excited to show y'all, to see kind of how I've changed a bit. I think I've gotten better. I know I've gotten better. I still have a lot of work left. Still a noob. Again, you can follow my progress, starcraftnoob.tumblr.com. The URL is in the description. And yeah, so if you're liking what you're seeing, subscribe. I'll be continually posting updates all the time, at least once a week. You'll get a new game up here, barring any unforeseen circumstances. But yeah, gkick.net. Check out that site, listen to the podcast, have fun. Thanks a lot for watching. See y'all next time.